You have already heard about conditions. They're everywhere. In fact, they are fundamental in game development. Think about it. If I press D, walk forward. If I press space, jump. If I drink this health potion, my health increases. All of these decisions are powered by conditions. Let's see how they work in C#. A condition is essentially a decision point in your code. It is written as an if statement. The syntax is simple. If this happens, then do this. The condition itself is written in parentheses, and the block of code that executes if the condition is true is enclosed in curly braces. If you're using Visual Studio as your code editor, you can write if and then press tab to automatically generate the structure of an if statement. To make conditions meaningful, you'll often use comparison operators to compare values. Here are the most common ones: greater than and less than, greater than or equal and less than or equal, equals to check if two values are the same, and not equals to check if they're different. Remember, a single equal sign assigns a value, while double equals checks for equality. If you're using a bool variable to check if a door is open or if a player is alive, you don't need to explicitly compare it to true. Instead, you can just write the variable itself and the condition will automatically check if it's true. Those two examples work the same way, but this one is cleaner and easier to read. So what if the condition isn't true? That's where else comes in. With an else statement, you can define what happens when the condition fails. After the curly braces, we just write else, and inside curly braces, we type our new block of code like this. And what if you have more conditions? Then you can use else if. This allows you to check for additional scenarios beyond the first condition. With else if, the code checks each condition in order. As soon as one condition is true, the rest are ignored. You can use as many else ifs as you need, but make sure to use them logically to avoid overly complex code. That's pretty much everything you need to know for if. Oh, also, you can write it like this, which is the same thing. Anyway, if is not the only condition format in C#. There is another one called switch. Let's have a look at this too. We start by writing switch, followed by the value we want to check inside parentheses. Next, we use the keyword case to define each possible value the variable might have. After the case, we specify what should happen if the variable matches that value. To ensure the program stops checking further cases once a match is found, we include a break statement after each block of code. Finally, we can optionally add a default block to define what should happen if none of these cases match. Here is how we would use switch with our previous example instead of if statement. As you can see, we put game difficulty inside parentheses, and if it's equal to 0, we get easy mode and the program doesn't check the rest of the cases. If it's 1, we will pass the case 0 and it will give us normal mode. If it's 6, it will pass every case and we will get unknown difficulty. Alright, so wrapping it up, conditions are the backbone of decision making in your games. Whether it's checking player input, update gaming state or calculating scores, understanding if and switch will help you build smarter and more dynamic code. I hope you learned something from this today, and thanks for watching.